The Tale of Janghwa Hongryeonjeon is a classical novel by an unknown author from the Joseon dynasty period. It is based on a real murder case that took place in Cheolseon, Pyongan Province in 1656 and is one of the most representative examples of a tragic novel based on a stepmother and stepdaughter relationship in Korean literature. The story goes. Bae Mu Ryong, a local leader in Cheolseon, Pyongan Province, had two daughters, Janghwa and Hongryeon, living on his land. After his first wife, Jang, passed away, he remarried and had 3 sons with his second wife, Hyo. Hyo had a vicious appearance and a cruel personality, and she abused her stepdaughters, Janghwa and Hongryeon. Eventually, she falsely accused Janghwa of having an abortion after subjecting her to constant harassment and abuse. Bae, the father, eventually drowned Janghwa in a pond. Hongryeon, who missed her sister who had passed away unjustly, followed her sister's footsteps and also drowned in the same pond. Later, the vengeful spirits of the 2 sisters who died unjustly tried to seek revenge on their stepmother by reporting to the new district governors who had been appointed to the town. However, before they could even speak, the new governors were so terrified that they died of shock. Meanwhile, a man named Jeong Dong-woo with a large-heartedness volunteered and was appointed as the new governor of Cheolseon. He listened carefully to the story of the ghost sisters and executed the stepmother and her son Jang Soo before retrieving the bodies of the 2 sisters from the pond and giving them a proper burial. After that, Jeong Dong-woo went on to succeed in his career and eventually even rose to become a high-ranking official. Bae, the father, married Yoon, his 3rd wife, and had twin daughters who were believed to be the reincarnation of Janghwa and Hongryeon. They grew up and married Lee Yun-pil and Yun Sok, twin sons of Lee Yun-ho, a wealthy merchant in Pyongyang, and lived happily ever after. The true story. During the time when Jeong Dong-hoil was serving as the Cheolseon Busa, a government official, there was a nobleman named Bae Jwasu in Cheolseon. He had 2 daughters, Janghwa and Hongryeon, from his first wife. After his wife passed away, he remarried with a woman named Hyo and had 2 sons with her. However, one day, both Janghwa and Hongryeon committed suicide in succession. According to the report that was received by Jeong Dong-hae, Janghwa became pregnant even though she did not get married and had an abortion. She then committed suicide after being scolded by her stepmother, Hyo, for her improper behavior. Hongryeon followed her sister and also took her own life. However, Jeong Dong-hoil did not take this report at face value and instead ordered an investigation according to the principles outlined in the Sinjamu Wonrok, which can be considered as a forensic medical guidebook from the Joseon dynasty. First, an investigation was initiated to determine whether the cause of death for Janghwa and Hongryeon was drowning or murder followed by submersion in water. According to the Sinjamu Wonrok, people who die from drowning typically have white foam coming out of their mouths due to their struggle to breathe before death. This was confirmed to be true, indicating that drowning was the cause of death. Next, an investigation was initiated to determine whether the drowning was due to suicide or homicide. According to the Sinjamu Wonrok, people who commit suicide by drowning usually do not have any possessions with them and take off their shoes before entering the water. However, it was found that Janghwa's body was carrying some luggage. It was meticulously packed as if she was planning to leave for her maternal home after having a big fight with her stepmother. Upon finding some suspicious points, Jeong Dong-hoil ordered an autopsy. After removing her clothes, a considerable amount of silver coins were found in her pockets. It was unreasonable to assume that a person planning to commit suicide would carry that much money with them. In the next examination, it was determined that Janghwa had never been pregnant. The fetus, which was presented as evidence by her stepmother, was determined to be a manipulated piece of evidence made using a mouse's skin. Finally, through these clear pieces of evidence, the truth behind the case was revealed. Initially, there had been frequent arguments between the Hongryeon sisters and their stepmother, Hyo, over property issues. Then, when Janghwa turned 20, the decision was made to marry her into a good family and Hyo was tasked with finding a suitor. However, due to her greed for the family's wealth, Hyo conspired to secretly impregnate Janghwa and then cause her to miscarry using a rat's fetus made out of papier-mâché. Enraged by this, Bae Jwasu had Hyo's sons drown Honghwa in water, claiming that she had dishonored the family. And then, Hongryeon, who had learned of everything, committed suicide out of grief and injustice for losing her sister. In the end, Bae Jwasu was exiled and Hyo and her sons were sentenced to death. Thanks to his successful handling of the case, Joan Dong-hoil earned the praise of the people of Chosun, and the incident spread by word of mouth. Later, Joan Dong-hoil's descendants commissioned a person named Baek In-soo to write a novel based on the incident, and this is how the story of Janghwa Hongryeonjeon came to be. That's the end of this story. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.